a few weeks ago that one of my pals, the fiction man, made a post talking about people who are always hating on Death Battle, but he brings up of the problems with another show that is similar to Death Battle, but it's less of Death Battle, but more of a something else. And that channel is Animation Rewind, who is the main creator of his first show called Cartoon Fight Club. And it makes sense. Heck, I even watched Cartoon Fight Club when I was growing up. And now I'm older and starting to see things that other people are talking about. So we need to talk about the problems about Animation Rewind, also Cartoon Fight Club. And no hate to the guy, but this is a problem that I'm I'm I mean I mean all of us are seeing with his show. Oh, and his method of making the show as in questionable or something. That he doesn't know how to stop making episodes that need time and effort to be good. Like, look at how many episodes that Animation Rewind has made throughout the years. Is that he makes an overwhelming episodes of over 900 episodes. Well, not over 900 episodes, but he's almost close to over 900 episodes of making Cartoon Fight Club. And yes, people did point out the inconsistencies of the episodes and some of the things that they have problems with. Like, heavily rely on characters who are there and other kind of things and stuff. And this show is now 10 years old and soon will be 11 years old in 2026. Yes, it's been around for 11 years since then. Ever since the first episode of Cartoon Fight Club came out back in 2015. And it's went downhill in there. Most people point out that Animation Rewind's episodes always reuse the same information, the same level of feats, and the same level of narration that he's been using for each of the fights that he always brings up time and time again. Heck, he even released another channel called Rewind Rumble. Oh, but Rewind Rumble never had a new upload since forever. And yes, he did put time and effort for each of the episodes of Rewind Rumble. Basically, his DBX to Cartoon Fight Club's Death Battle. And yes, even though many power scalers there's always make fun of Death Battle for getting things wrong, making things up, but instead of using Death Battle as a example of how to not do power scaling, instead we should use Animation Rewind and his show, Cartoon Fight Club, to be an actual example of how to not do a versus show or power scaling. Yes, I've seen a couple of people both debunking Animation Rewind's episodes a couple of times, like Archie Sonic versus Ultra Instinct Goku, and Sonic versus Saitama, and so many other episodes he's done. And people have pointed out the dumb matchups that he always makes that don't make any sense. Like Goku versus this, Saitama versus this, Sans versus this or any other things. And so many more. Like, most of the matchups you see throughout the 90, 100 episodes of Cartoon Fight Club are from the same characters that have appeared over 20 times throughout the show's history. And the most of them all is always Sans. Always that. Also, remember when Dad Battle released the first Earth Goku vs. Superman video? Oh, and yeah. Cartoon Fight Club also released his own take on the fight, but most of the information doesn't make any sense. Like, he says that Goku can take down Superman, and he did it again. He did it again, and again. But he puts the other version of the Superman instead of using a composite version of Superman, like Death Battle does throughout the show. They use a composite version of a character instead of relying on one version of a character. And most of the matchups he puts don't make any sense in other ways. Like, some characters don't have any fight experience. This is supposed to be a versus show, not some kind of versus show / memes / joke fights. And most of the episodes he puts out don't make any sense. Like, here's one for example. Oh, the Loud House versus I have no idea. Like, he puts characters up that doesn't have any legitimate fighting experience or feats. Instead, he just puts characters that could give up billions of views. Or close to 1,000 views. Heck, if you look at his channel today, you will see that the same inconsistencies with his recent uploads. Like, he put Omni-Man twice, Invincible twice, is in 2 separate matchups. Like, Omni-Man versus King Vegeta, Superboy versus Invincible, and so many more. Like, heck, even his power scaling and the information he uses for the characters don't even match up with the matchups. Like, recently I saw Shadow versus V, and let's not be a dead horse here. Shadow will destroy V no matter what. Like, even though your thumbnails shows movie Shadow, but instead you're using game Shadow. It's way too overkill for V. Like, I know V has other matchups, but this is way too much overkill. And then there's his Royal Rumble or Battle Royale type matchups between verses. Like, here's one for example. Horror characters versus creepypastas. And if you actually look at the creepypasta wikis, you'll see that most of these creepypastas that he puts in most of his videos are just unexplainable. Like Rockman.exe. I don't know if there is a Rockman.exe creepypasta, but the only Rockman.exe creepypasta, or should I say the only Rockman creepypasta I know, is the Yellow Devil story. Why did you not add him? Instead, you have to put a bunch of EXEs into these rumbles. And then there's, again, memes versus creepypastas. And then memes versus brain rot. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, seriously, it doesn't. Truly makes a horse shit of sense. Like, Animation Rewind doesn't care about making actual good episodes. Well, instead, he just reused some of the audio from past episodes and puts it out as new information. Heck, you could point out to the inconsistencies with most of the episodes he posts out. Like, most of the time. Heck, I could even do a debunking on one of the episodes he put out. Or even an old episode. Or talk about the problems with some of the episodes. But that's another topic for another day. So yeah, Animation Rewind, even though he was part of most of our childhoods, seeing him is more like less of a versus battle show channel and more of a content form. And that's the worst part of it. I guess fiction was right about this. Instead of using Death Battle as the example, instead we should use Animation Rewind as an actual example of how to not do a versus show or a power scaling link. And also, I am done with Animation Rewind ever since I grew out of it. But I will talk about Animation Rewind's matchups soon and how weird they are. And also, he really needs to stop glazing characters so many times throughout his episodes. So yeah, that's it for this video. Leave a like on it, and leave a comment down below which matchup should I talk about and the problems with it. And I'll see you guys in more videos like this. See ya.